Let's go to Alaska. Wagwan, wagwan to all my good and bad people out there. This small town will definitely surprise you. I've been doing a lot of reaction videos and I didn't even know such thing exists. So let's proceed with my guy Rui and let's head back to Alaska. Let's go.
Hello everyone, Ruhi Chenet here. Imagine the building you live in is not just your home, but it is also your entire city. In this building, all the essential needs you can think of are gathered under one roof. People go to the grocery store, the post office, or even the notary in a heartbeat by just taking an elevator ride. Despite the storm outside and the giant snowbanks, the kids living here get to school through the underground tunnel in their building. Located in the south of Alaska, Whitter is a coastal city hidden between towering mountains and the ocean. With an area of approximately 51 square kilometers or 20 square miles, it has only one residential complex for its entire population. For the residents of Whittier, walking in the corridors of their building means strolling through the streets of a neighborhood. It is quite common for the community to casually greet the police chief in pajamas at the grocery store or run into the mayor at the laundry room. Now we are waiting for the tunnel to be open for our side to get to Whittier. This tunnel is actually only for one way. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. The direction is changed every half an hour to ensure the entry and exit of the city. Because of the physical conditions and time constraints of the tunnel, bicycles and pedestrians are not allowed. The triangle-shaped roof at the entrance prevents the potential closure of the tunnel in the event of an avalanche. Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel is the only road that has connected Whittier to the rest of the world for a solid 80 years. This 4-kilometer or 2.4-mile long tunnel passing through the mountain was built by the US military just as a railroad and was open to the vehicle traffic in the year 2000. Another way to get to Whittier is of course over the ocean. But the only way by land is this one-way tunnel you see here. The other side has passed, the train has passed, now we are passing. The first thing I've noticed is that this place is busy with harbor activities. All these small buildings you see here are used as storage areas for fishing. The building where everyone lives is right there. It looks like the constructivist architecture seen in the Soviet Union. I'm right in front of the baggage towers where the entire city lives under one roof. Let's enter and see what is inside. Historical photos greet us here on the ground floor. The building was constructed in 1956 to serve the US military personnel during the Cold War. This 14-story building holds a total of 196 apartments and has a large capacity to provide a living space for a population of 1,000 people. It includes a grocery store, a laundry room, storage areas, an indoor playground for children, 2 churches, municipal offices, a school integrated.
That is crazy. So this is Whittier, Alaska, where a small apartment complex, like you said, can hold up to 196 people. It's basically a small town. One grocery store, one post office, church, kids go to school underground. I don't know if I could ever do that. We all grew up in middle school, high school, probably not liking somebody. So how is it if you don't like somebody? But then again, this is just my thinking. It's pretty cool that everybody, I'm assuming, gets along well in that small town. Police stations in there. Everybody sees a police chief. So, yeah, it's different. But, hey, whatever makes them happy.
By a tunnel, a post office, and even a notary. People living here sustain their lives without leaving the building for weeks during the cold winter days of Whittier. Here's like a small bazaar where you can meet your daily needs. A little further ahead, we first came across the Cozy Corner store. I see that you are well stocked for everybody's needs. From canned foods to personal care products, everything is available at Cozy Corner store. There is no pharmacy in the building, but it is possible to obtain over-the-counter drugs like painkillers and dietary supplements in this store. There are even ties and even some medicine. It's very well packed. Everything is in one place. Another part of the ground floor is used as a laundry room. People can wash their clothes here for a fee. They can also purchase food and drink from these vending machines while waiting for the washing process to complete. They can quickly manage banking transactions using this ATM. In the building's long street-like corridors, popcorn ceilings are utilized for noise absorption. People can finish up their paperwork in a matter of minutes at this notary on the first floor. You see the security cameras on all floors of the building. Actually, there is no crime here, but some petty crimes can be seen time to time, like small robberies or maybe some discussions around neighbors. They're watching. Until recently, there was even a police station in the baggage towers. So there was a possibility of a resident being arrested and spending the night in a jail within their own building. We're going down the stairs to the basement. This is the storage area of the building. People keep their private things here. It looks like something out of a horror movie. There are two churches in the building for two different Christian communities. You can hear the hymns singing in Samoan language starting at 9 a.m. every Sunday from the New Light Church in the basement. The Whitter Christian Community Church, on the other hand, is located on the 7th floor and their services start at 11 a.m. The baggage tower may look like a single structure from the outside, but it is actually made up of 3 separate buildings with a 20 cm or 7.8 inch gap between them. This enables 3 segments to sway independently and reduces the risk of structural damage in case of an earthquake. This space that you see here actually goes all the way down to the ground. This building, designed to be fire and earthquake resistant, withstood the Great Alaskan Earthquake in 1964 without serious damage, which is known as the world's second most powerful earthquake with a magnitude of 9.2. At that moment, 13 people who were only outside the building lost their lives because of the tsunami. As you see, there are 15 floors available here, but the building itself has 14 floors. They believe that 13th floor brings bad luck. The top 2 floors of the building are used as bed and breakfast accommodations for tourists who arrive here by ships for vacation. So there is also a hotel inside the building. This room on the 15th floor is where homeowners get together and make decisions. In other words, the city is kind of managed from this room. Around 35 children ranging in age from 3 to 18 experience an extraordinary school life thanks to the physical facilities offered by the building. Whitter Community School, the city's only educational institution, is connected to the baggage towers by a tunnel. So if the students desire, they can quickly go to their school through this tunnel while still wearing their pajamas and slippers. For these children, the concepts of school and the home are intertwined. The teachers are preparing breakfast for the students here and they eat all together as a family. The classrooms are structured to accommodate students from different levels and grades. If students have difficulty completing their homework or need to consult on a subject, they can always knock on the door of their neighboring teachers.
You've seen the mountains and stuff. I've lived everywhere, and you can't get the views like that here.
We're isolated from the big city and the big everything that's going on in the city.
You feel like everybody's your neighbor.
How many people actually live here?
I think the whole population of Whittier is like 300.
What is the average age in the building?
Range between maybe like 30 to 50 years old, I would assume.
As you stroll around Whittier, you are astonished by the diversity of faces and the multiculturalism of the region, giving you a sense of being in a cosmopolitan city. This is because many Pacific Islanders come here with the hope of working in Alaska's thriving fishing industry.
We have a very large Samoan population here, Filipinos, some native, some white. The school is very diverse. I think that if they sing happy birthday, they'll sing happy birthday in maybe 2 or 3 languages.
Why most of the people live under one roof?
Yeah.
Well, so you can't hear, there really isn't a lot of usable land. The rest of it is either owned by the federal government or it's owned by the railroad. Like literally this is really the only place to live.
There used to be the mayor's office and police department and a jail in the building, right?
All in here. Yeah.
Was that jail ever used?
Yes. I remember when a cop handcuffed a man to the stop sign outside there and left him there for a while.
There used to be a clinic, I guess.
It was on the 3rd floor, and that was actually so convenient.
What is
I think it's pretty cool, A, that this building is heavily diverse. B, everybody is able to get along. And C, it seems like nobody's fighting, nobody's creating any trouble. So people are open. And it looks like it's a big, like she said in the video, big Samoan population who are getting there. So that's pretty cool that people can still get along in a time where people like to fight and argue. But this is, I wouldn't live here. It's just, once you live in a big city, you kind of like the big city. I think everybody has different cups of tea, so this might work out for them, but I myself could not see
the average rent here?
1 room, 700. and 2 rooms like 1,000, 3 rooms is 1,200.
Sheesh. So rent, one bedroom, $700. 2 rooms is $1,000. 3 bedrooms, like she just said, is $1,200. Where in the world? That's some good prices. Let me repeat that to you. Rent, one bedroom, $700. 2 bedroom, $1,000. 3 bedrooms, $1,200. Yeah. Sheesh, that's some good prices.
It's all including the utilities.
Welcome to an average home in Whittier. There's open kitchen here. This unit has 2 rooms. We see that these people consume CDs, DVDs, and there are even cassettes here. And they follow the technology like 20 years behind of an average US city. We see an old television here. They keep old furniture around. Currently in a sale, this apartment is waiting for its buyer for $175,500. What are the downsides of living here?
It has this depressing side. Over here, you can hear a pin drop or the wind blowing in the window.
Its isolation from the rest of the world has become the region's popular culture. People wearing clothes with the Prisoner of Whittier prints can be seen while walking around. The locals strictly live their lives according to the operating hours of the tunnel. If they want to spend time outside the city, they must arrive before the tunnel closes at 11:15 p.m. Otherwise, they have to sleep in their vehicles until the tunnel reopens at 5:30 a.m. the following morning.
Came all the way here and missed the tunnel. Ended up camping on the other side and hoping you got enough fuel for your heater.
If anybody commit any crimes over here, so you cannot escape.
Yeah.
They call the tunnel and they close that door. So this side, the ocean. This side, mountain.
Whittier has few service and shopping options, and products are pricey because of the transit costs. As a result, residents have to go outside of the city to meet certain needs and demands.
To go to Anchorage and get a haircut it takes too much time out of my day. If your car breaks down, you're pretty screwed.
Since the tunnel is closed during midnight, if someone needs to go to a hospital,
Fire trucks, paramedics, they have free, unless there's an actual train going through it at the time.
I heard that the tunnel was open to the public use for the cars in the year 2000. Before that, how were people providing their needs?
The train.
Train. You could drive your vehicle onto a train bed and train into Whittier.
There was only one day of the week that the train actually left early in the morning and then came back later at night, and that was on Wednesday.
Has the tunnel ever got stuck for a long time?
Yes, we've had avalanches. There was a rock slide on the other side a few years back. That train tunnel was closed.
For how long?
I don't want to say 3 months.
While Whittier's isolated environment may seem to appeal to introverted individuals, it actually allows its people to build strong relationships within a strong sense of community.
If somebody needs something, I mean, I have people who come in like Beverly, I don't have any cat food.
I mean, you can come in and don't have to sweat about your car being unlocked. Plus, it's community. Everybody look out for your stuff.
Whittier residents must be alert to American black bears coming to the city, especially during the summer.
One time there was a very big bear. I could hear a lot of noise and what is it? What is it? Finally the cop comes up and he says, I got him out. He said, I scared the shit out of him. And I said, I bet. And he goes, no, really, I scared the shit out of him. It's there in the doorway.
In the winter season, Whittier experiences merciless cold with temperatures dropping to an average of -5 degrees Celsius or 23 degrees Fahrenheit. This region is held captive by storms blowing at 95 kilometers or 60 miles per hour, which can uproot trees, and it faces heavy snowfall reaching up to 5 meters or 16 feet. Given these challenging conditions, the locals tend to engage in more indoor activities.
In the wintertime, play video game or try to go down to the gym or go sledding.
Whittier's economy is based on tourism, fishing, shipping, cargo transportation, and harbor services. The Alaska Railroad Corporation also provides employment opportunities. 7.1% of the city's population lives below the poverty level, and the unemployment rate is around 9.2%. Roughly 800,000 tourists visit this interesting settlement through the cruise ships every year. Throughout the First World War, Whittier served as a strategic point for the US Army with its non-freezing deep water port and cloudy mountainous topography philosophy that helped keep the military base hidden. The US Army built the Buckner Building along with the Baggage Towers in 1953 with the city under one roof concept to reinforce the military. The Buckner Building, resembling a massive fortress, housed a hospital, dental office, 2 shooting ranges, a prison, a post office, a bank, a barber shop, a theater, hobby rooms, and a bowling alley. While the Baggage Towers continued to be used after the military's withdrawal in the early 1960s, the Buckner Building was left abandoned, and today it is a forsaken structure with its floors full of beer cans, walls covered with graffiti and mold, and even bears may be hibernating inside. Although the Baggage Tower has a brighter past and has resisted the destructive forces of nature for many years, it is not invincible. As a structure pushing 70 years, it is starting to exceed its lifespan and holds a great significance not only for its current residents but also for the city's future. Given that the Alaska Railroad Company owns all the livable land in Whittier, no other space is available for constructing a building to house the entire population.
I hope that it stays like this for forever. I don't know if it will.
Thank you for watching. Don't
Yeah, that's not for me to live in. That was a very interesting video. Once again, shout out to Rui and him going out there and making this masterpiece video. But yeah, how are you supposed to meet somebody? How are you supposed to get married? If you go to the bar, the good thing about that, if you go to the bar, you have 20 to drink, you can just go right upstairs to your place. But it's also good to see that the kids are getting along, and it's good to see that everybody in this small town is getting along. But yeah, besides that, I like to travel. I like to get on an airplane. I like to drive a car. I don't like to be in one area, so it looks like this is not for me, but it could be for you. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow. Happy birthday to all my good and bad people out there. Don't forget to get your money up. Travel, travel, travel. I am Sonny Reviewed It. Until next time, ciao, ciao.